All right, y'all. What's good? What's good? Good afternoon. This is Dion here, your 49er reporter, back with another video. But this is strictly about the NFL and the free agents to be in 2020. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. Definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to keep you up to date on anything with the NFL as far as free agency and the draft because that's what's to come next. So, with that being said, I'm going to jump right into it. So, the first guy on this list, I just pulled up a list off the internet just to kind of take a look to see, who people feel are very valuable free agents. So, first stop, Dak Prescott, quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, set to be a free agent. Now the thing about Dak Prescott is that I believe he was like a third round or fourth round pick, something like that. And Dak, you don't have a 5th-year option on him. You can only franchise tag the guy. And if you franchise tag him, that means you're paying him top quarterback money. The thing is the Cowboys have come out and said Dak is their quarterback. That's their guy. They're going to ride with Dak. Dak should be the man. But you ain't paid the man yet. Dak for himself, fortunately, is going to fetch about $30 to $40 million on the open market. And that's what it's going to take to get him back into Dallas. I can tell you that right now. The dude's going to be asking for a ton of money. Now, is he truly worth 30 to 40 million? I don't think so. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's great for the Dallas Cowboys. I think that, him along with Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott is a great three-headed monster for that offense. But I honestly, it's no disrespect to the dude, but I don't think he's worth $40 million every year. That's ridiculous. I say you could give Dak 30 easy, and he should be fine. But 40, no. He's probably going to ask for that because he knows that he can. And he knows that the Cowboys' backs are against the wall because what are you going to do? You just going to go draft a new dude and see if that works out for you? Nah, man. Next up, Chris Jones, defensive tackle for the Chiefs. I think that the Chiefs will probably re-sign this guy. I don't think they're going to let him get out there and test the open market or walk. I don't know much about him. I know he was injured for a little bit this year. But, he from all accounts, I guess he did play very well. Next up, right back to the Cowboys with Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper seemed to have a career resurgence in Dallas because when he was in Oakland, he had a great year. Then he just started to fall off, and people started to think he might have been a bust. Next thing you know, they traded from Oakland to Dallas, and the guy explodes. He becomes the receiver that everybody thought he was. So, to be honest with you, the Cowboys got a lot of problems, man. You got to re-sign Dak and give him his money to have your quarterback of the future. And you got to go ahead and re-sign Amari Cooper to keep your wide receiver of the future. So, they got a lot going on their hands. The next guy up is Drew Brees. If Drew Brees decides to come back and play football, he will be with the Saints. There is no question. We all know this. It's a wrap. Next guy up on the list, Tom Brady. Brady has been rumored to either be going to the Chargers or going back to the Patriots. It makes sense for him to go home because he is a California kid. I believe he's from San Jose or something like that. But Brady is a California kid. He grew up. Joe Montana was his hero, his favorite quarterback of all time. And I think, honestly, those sound like two viable landing spots because Phillip Rivers moved to Florida. He gone. And the Chargers said they ain't signing him, so they literally don't have a quarterback. So they're doing one of two things. Picking a quarterback this year or banking on the fact that they can, sell Tom Brady on the fact that at least we have receivers that can catch the football. So coming here would make sense. Which would wind up putting Bill Belichick in a hell of a bind and him probably going up to Robert Kraft's office going, look, you see what the fuck you done did? This motherfucker said he wanted to play until he was 45. And now he'd avoided his goddamn contract. You made me trade Jimmy Garoppolo to the fucking 49ers. And now we ain't got no goddamn quarterback. What we going to do? Go into the season with a veteran, hope this shit works out? We got to get these receivers to catch the ball. He going to go into Kraft's office on some straight bullshit. and they have every right to. So next up, we got Jadeveon Clowney. The Seahawks have said they would like him back on the squad. Thing is, they got to find the money for him. And Clowney ain't going to want no chump change, man. You going to want him to, he's going to want to get paid, you know. And whoever he goes to, they're going to have to shell out some money, man. Clowney going to get some bread on that open market, you know. And he's definitely worth every penny. Byron Jones, a cornerback for the Cowboys. I mean, he'll fetch some money on the open market, but I don't see him as being great. Justin Simmons is your safety from the Broncos. Looks like they got some. He looks like he had 4 picks. You know, and they're saying that he might be re-signed by the Broncos. But I mean, with 4 picks, 6'2", 202 pounds. They're stating prolific tackling against the run, ball hawking, physical, and coverage. That shit, you know, this guy sounds like a good little dude. He's 26. He's still young. Get him on a nice little 4-year lucrative deal till he's 30. Boom. You keep making money. Hunter Henry, he'll most likely re-sign with the Chargers. I don't see him really going anywhere. The guy's great. You know what I'm saying? Came off a torn ACL, 55 catches, 652 yards, and 1 TD. But those numbers aren't spectacular. But, you know, Hunter Henry is definitely a good tight end, but I think he'll stay with the Los Angeles Chargers. Derrick Henry, he ain't going nowhere. Titans going to get that man his money. He going to break the bank on him, though. He ain't going to come in there cheap. I can tell you that right now. Because Derrick Henry isn't a dual back. He's not going to catch the ball out of the backfield. Not to say he can't do it or he won't, but that's not what they ask him to do. They ask Derrick Henry to get the ball, go north and south. Derrick Henry is not going to break your ankles, but he will break your heart because he'll run over your ass. So Derrick Henry most likely staying with Tennessee. They'll break the bank for him. He'll probably garner at least around like 15 mil, you know, per year, and he's worth every penny. Joe Thuney, 27. He's a guard from the Patriots. This guy's a starting left guard, so as much as I would like to have some guard depth on our squad from my Niners, he's a starting left guard. Like, you're not gonna go ahead and bring him in to be anybody's backup. So he'll probably fetch some good money on the open market. I do see him, you know, getting somewhere. Phillip Rivers, I think he should retire, man. I think it's over with. I've looked at him for the past couple of years, man. He just don't have the same zip on the ball. He makes a lot of bad decisions, bro. His touchdown interception ratio over the last couple of years has been trash. So, to me, I just retire, dog. You bought that house down in Florida, which is, I think he has like 9 or 10 kids. Man, just go ahead, man. You know, just retire. You know, ride off in the sunset, call it a day. Speak to, you know, the Chargers. Say, hey, give me that little 1-day contract. I'll retire as a Charger, and I'm done. Corey Little, the inside linebacker for the Rams. He's good, but, you know, somebody will pay him. I think he'll be all right. Shaq Barrett, man. Shaq Barrett's a great, edge rusher, man. You know what I'm saying? He did pretty good. So I don't see, you know what I'm saying, you know, him possibly going anywhere. I think the Bucs are going to try to re-sign him, man. He led the NFL in sacks with 19 and a half, man. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing his thing. Ryan Tannehill, I think he goes right back to the Tennessee Titans. I think they like him. I think they go ahead and pay him some good money. Tannehill played his way into a very lucrative contract. All he's got to do is make sure his guaranteed money is solid, and he'll be all right. Next up, A.J. Green, wide receiver for the Bengals. He's 31. Now, Green would love to stay with the Cincinnati Bengals. Why? I don't fucking know. Maybe because he thinks they're going to draft Joe Burrow at the first pick or something. I haven't the faintest idea why he would want to stay there. If he does want to stay, it's probably because they're going to pay him the most money. Green is the 31-year-old receiver who may not fetch a lot of money on the open market. Reason being is because the last couple of seasons he hasn't really produced a lot, and he has been injured all year as of last year. So when he comes into this year, he should be completely healthy. I like A.J. Green. I would hope that he still has something in him. He is a great pass catcher. He's awesome. His toe drag swag is amazing. And he's still only 31. Receivers' lifespans are a little bit longer than other positions in the league. So I would honestly say, AJ Green, if he hits the open market, will fetch a lot of money. To tell you the truth, if they can't work out a long-term lucrative deal with him in Cincinnati, even though he asked them not to franchise tag him, I think they will. If he does hit the open market, I wouldn't mind him coming to us with the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? And us making a couple of moves and seeing what we can do. Anthony Harris, safety for the Vikings, he did a pretty good job. You know what I'm saying? He was actually, not too bad. 6 INTs ain't no joke, bro. That's damn good. He's really good against the run. He'll fetch himself some good money on the open market if the Vikings decide to let him go. Jameis Winston, he gonna wind up a backup, man. It's unfortunate. He was a starter, but I think he's gonna wind up a backup if he doesn't, if he winds up leaving, Tampa Bay, man. I just don't see him starting nowhere because Jameis Winston is one of those guys. As soon as he throw a touchdown, he throw an interception, same way. So he's still young, man. He's only 26, but he gonna wind up somebody backup, man. He'll have a job. That much will happen. He'll get a job. Somebody will sign him if they let him go from the Bucks. But yeah, 33 TDs and 30 INTs. Come on, bro. You almost do as many interceptions as you do touchdowns. That's no bueno. So next up, Anthony Costanzo, 31 years old, offensive tackle for the Colts. Enough said, Anthony Costanzo. That man hit the open market, he going to get some money. You going to pay a left tackle, man. You going to pay a tackle. And we might want to look into him because, unfortunately, I'm telling you, because of everything that happened, Joe might retire. Now, we got Joe under contract, but he might call it quits, man, and I can't even front on my dude. So, it's unfortunate, man, but, I couldn't front on him if he did decide to do it. Yannick Ngakoue. He's 24 years old, man. 8 sacks in 2019. You know what I'm saying? This dude gonna get tagged. Because if you let Yannick Ngakoue hit the open market, that motherfucker's gonna get paid big time. I'd love to, go ahead and get Yannick Ngakoue and give up D Ford. I think if you put Ngakoue and Yannick Ngakoue, Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, Nick Bosa. Woo! Man. I'd trade D4 for Yannick Ngakoue. I really would. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. My Niner fans can be mad at me if they like, but I'm telling you, bro, I would trade D Ford for Yannick Ngakoue. I really would. That motherfucker's a beast off the edge. Next up, our guy, Eric Armstead. Gets enough said, we got to re-sign him. 49ers need to re-sign that man because if he is the open market, that man going to get his money. Guaranteed. Brandon Scherff, guard for the Redskins. Scherff is a really good guard. So if they don't wind up, re-signing him, he'll fetch good money on the open market. Chris Harris Jr., he's a cornerback, but he's 30. And, I feel like the age for the league is 30, and then they don't want to pay you no more. So he'll fetch some good money on the open market if he winds up getting out there. But, Chris Harris is still a viable DB, man. He's still a really good guy. Jack Conklin, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, but I think he'll wind up staying in Tennessee. I think they like the nucleus that they have there, and they're going to try to make things work. They'll keep Tannehill. They'll keep Conklin. You won't see them guys going anywhere. Leonard Williams for the Giants. Don't really know much about him. You play for the Giants defense, bro. Enough said. It's just going to be real hard for you to get out there and prove that you're still the dope. One of the best guys. Now, this kind of sucks from my boys' team because you lose your quarterback. He's gone. So now you got to find a new quarterback. And you're going to lose your running back, Melvin Gordon. Because they're not going to tag Melvin Gordon. Because they already told Melvin Gordon they wasn't going to pay him. So the shitty part is, man, do they pick up a fifth-year option? There's a whole bunch of things, man, but he made sure he got himself. Well, actually, no, I apologize. You can't do anything with him. He made sure he played enough games to get through the free agency. They'll let him walk. And, you know what I'm saying, Gordon's above average, so he'll fetch some good money on the open market. He'll probably get about 10 to 12 million. You know, he ain't going to get a lot. So wherever he goes, hopefully he goes somewhere where he can win. Devin McCourty probably will stay with the Patriots. If he does go out on the open market, he's still a great dude. 5 INTs, and he definitely would love to stay with the Patriots. So I think he stays put there. Brashad Perryman. Perryman, you know, he did all right. 36 catches, 645 yards, 6 TDs. You know, but Mike Evans and Chris Godwin went out there and balled the fuck out. So, you know, Perryman's still a good, viable receiver. He's only 26, man. So I would say, yeah, you know, he should probably find himself a good home if he winds up actually hitting free agency. And if not, he could re-sign with the Bucs and still be a part of their nucleus as far as their wide receivers. Matt Judon for the Ravens, still a really good guy. 9.5 sacks, you know what I'm saying? Really good dude off the edge. So, you know, I see Judon making a nice little lucrative deal with a team if he winds up hitting free agency and they don't keep him with the Ravens. Robbie Anderson with the Jets. Anderson, 52 catches, 779 yards, 5 TDs. Definitely a vertical guy. He can definitely stretch the field. So I see the Jets trying to re-sign him and keep him. But if he does hit the free agent market, definitely well worth taking a look at for any team in the league. He's a great receiver. Bud Dupree, edge for the Steelers, man. He's only 26. Probably going to stay put. You know what I'm saying? 11.5 sacks. You know, he definitely, if he hits open market, man, he going to get some big money. You know, Dupree's been doing very well. Dante Fowler Jr., you know, he had a 1-year deal with the Rams. Hey, 11.5 sacks, man. You really can't be too mad about that. Somebody will pay that man some money. You know what I'm saying? He's only 25 years old. You can lock the kid into a good 4 or 5 year deal and make sure that you do the deal right, and it won't really hurt your cap space too much. Austin Hooper for the Falcons. You know, 75 catches, 785 yards, and 6 TDs, man. That ain't too bad for a tight end. You know what I'm saying? So, me, I honestly think he'll stick with the Falcons. I don't really think he's going to go anywhere. But if he does wind up getting out there, he probably will, you know, do a couple of things. Kyle Van Noy, outside linebacker from the Patriots. Van Noy's capable to do a lot of different things. So, I mean, I honestly just see him sticking with the Patriots, man. You know, if he does hit the free agent market, guaranteed he'll probably go to a scheme that's very similar to what he was running and, you know, still get himself a nice little deal. Emmanuel Sanders, another guy from the 49ers, he'll hit the free agent market, man. As much as I like the guy, I think we let him walk because we have a crowded receiver room and we're not going to, you know, go ahead and pay that guy. And we'd rather let him go somewhere else and get paid, you know, what he deserves to get paid. Next up on the list, we got DJ Reader from the Texans, defensive tackle. Only had about 2.5 sacks. He's all right. Don't really know much about him. Javon Hargrave from the Steelers. 4 sacks. He'll probably stay with the Steelers. Let's see who else we got here. Brian Bulaga, the offensive tackle for the Packers. Man, they ain't letting Brian Bulaga walk from the Pack. The Pack gonna pay that man. They gonna give him his money. Kenyon Drake, man, you know, he did pretty good, you know, in a short span of time, man. 643 yards, 8 TDs, 5.2 yards per carry in 8 games. Hey, man, this shit. That's enough for somebody to get that man some money. You know, they might go ahead and cut David Johnson and just keep Kenyon Drake over there in Arizona. But if he hits the open market, he will get paid. He'll get paid a nice amount. Let's take a look here. So I'm trying to take a look through some of these names. Andrew Whitworth for the Rams. They'll probably re-sign him. They'll keep him there. Sue will go somewhere and get paid, man. Somebody get that man just a bunch of money. He is with the Bucs and he is a free agent now, but I'm pretty sure if he doesn't get paid for them, he'll get paid. Somebody will pay that man his money because they know what he can do. He can wreak havoc up the middle. He's a really good defensive tackle. You got Blake Martinez for the Pack. The Pack's probably going to try to re-sign him because they don't want to let him go anywhere. Greg Zuerlein, you think the Rams are not going to pay their kicker? You need to knock that off. They're gonna pay that man. if they use their franchise tag on anyone, it'd be Greg Zuerlein. Let's see here. Eric Ebron for the Colts. They'll resign him. They ain't letting Ebron walk. Jimmy Ward, like I said, man, we may or may not keep him. He has been Mr. Glass for most of his career because he gets injured very much, but it is what it is, man. So it's going to be kind of hard. You know, I mean, just looking at it right now, this is crazy to look at these free agents. You know, you got Dak Prescott for quarterbacks, Dak Prescott, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Teddy Bridgewater, and the rest of the guys, man, are all like backups, bro. I didn't name the rest of them because I don't feel like outside of those guys, anybody else is, worth naming. So then next up with the running backs, though, you got Derrick Henry, you got Melvin Gordon, Kenyon Drake, Jordan Howard, Carlos Hyde. You know what I'm saying? You got some pretty good guys. Those top 5 guys, those are the top 5 guys that I named pretty much. And yeah, they're all going to get paid. Hyde had his first 1,000-yard season, and he's been staying healthy, so that's good for him. But Jordan Howard's a wiggle guy, pretty good. And then for receivers, you got Amari Cooper, A.J. Green, Perryman, Robbie Anderson, Sanders. And then the rest of the guys, man, I ain't even pay attention to them. Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, Eric Ebron. Tyler Eifert and all but disappeared from the league, man. I haven't really seen him much, For tackles, you got Costanzo and Conklin and Bulaga and Whitworth, Jason Peters. You know what I'm saying? These are some big name dudes out there hitting the market possibly. Joe Tooney, Brandon Scherf. Damn, I didn't know Incognito got back into that. I thought he was out. Then with defensive tackle, man, Chris Jones from the Chiefs, Eric Armstead from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Javon Hargrave, Sue, McCoy. There's, Brockers. There's a lot, man. There's some viable pickups out there. For edge rushers, you got Davion Clowney, Yannick Ngakoue, Shaq Barrett, Bud Dupree, Matt Judon, Dante Fowler, Lawson from the Bills, Vic Beast. Like, there's some good edge rushers out there, man. Let's see. Inside linebackers, for the cornerbacks, we got Byron Jones, Chris Harris Jr., Bradley Roby, Trey Waynes. You got Jimmy Smith from the Ravens, Kendall Fuller from the Chiefs. Remember, Fuller was doing pretty well when he was playing with the Bears, and then he went over to the Chiefs. Eli Apple, Darqueze Dennard. I tell you right now, out of all those guys on the DB list, because we will possibly need some help, Chris Harris and Bradley Roby. I would take one of those two dudes. They both definitely, even Kendall Fuller. Definitely, man, because those guys are definitely viable threats. I have to say so. With the safeties, Anthony Harris is good. Of course, Jimmy Ward, Von Bell. There's definitely some good things going on out there. Zuerlein is not hitting the open market. Fairbairn, maybe not. But Mason Crosby, he ain't going nowhere. Dan Bailey, Nick Folk, Vinatieri, that motherfucker is an ageless wonder for a kicker, bro. And then for punters, these two dudes, I don't even know who they are. So that's just the free agent roundup, man, of like the top 50 guys. For me, I'd have to say there's a lot of people that I gave y'all a little bit to let y'all know there's a lot of people that probably stay put, but there's a lot of people that could be on the move. So, that's basically the free agent roundup. I would love to see us go out there in free agency and be a little active when it comes to receivers. Possibly go ahead and pick up an A.J. Green. Maybe even an Amari Cooper if Dallas can't sign him. I wouldn't mind that. You know what I mean? Hell, I wouldn't mind having Clowney out there with, Fred Warner. So it'll be something. But Y'all stay blessed. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. And I'm out.